What's up, everyone? Today, Adam's radio seemed to have stopped, so we're assuming
that is my amp, my Rockford Fosgate amp.
probably came disconnected, so we're gonna look see if we can figure out what the problem is.
Alright, real quick. So it's a 13 millimeter for the acorn nuts that hold on your turn signals on your road glide. And everything kind of falls apart in three pieces like this, and this wire is really long. And just like every single other Harley Davidson, the screws that hold this on is a T25. Guess what? Harley Davidson motorcycles might become cheaper. No, I seriously doubt it.
Why?
Their second quarter stocks, or their second quarter sales, it's right there, plummeted.
Because they're expensive.
I know, right? This exact bike is, I think, $25,000 now instead of 23, 22.
I don't know.
I don't really remember even what I paid for this bike.
I got mine used, so I didn't pay near as much for mine.
Remember, long screw, short screw, short screw.
Oh, looky there. Simple as that.
Quick.
Oh, it's fighting him.
It didn't fall out like I thought it did.
We always like to lay a towel on the fender in case you drop something. The paint jobs they put on these things aren't the cheapest. So he's got that off. There's his amp.
Like the accessory.
He's going to look into this to see what has vibrated loose.
Just a couple bars. It's over here.
Oh, I can already tell you what your problem is.
Look at that.
That was easy enough.
Ow!
Oh, bump the camera.
You know how hard this amp is to get out with a industrial grade Velcro?
It can't be that hard.
Shut up. I think I'm picking the front of the bike off the ground.
Okay, we are corn fed, but we ain't that strong.
And they said at every bike shop, oh, you better screw that amp in with an amp kit. Yeah. The Velcro doesn't vibrate loose.
Dusty.
Input. What is this? Speaker?
Plug into one of them. Here, you want to see if it works?
It should already.
Well, turn the volume up.
Okay, turn it down a little bit.
You on the wrong one, probably?
Probably. That might be the other side.
Hey, there it is.
Okay. Well, I need a little sound. Oh wait, sorry, we have no royalty-free music to play for you guys.
Yeah, you can only hear little blips before they try.
They're gonna try to yell at us.
Yeah.
Bad children. I know I've had to do this once before.
By the way, thank you guys very much for helping us out. We made it to 1,000. Yeah. Started this as a hobby. Well, still is a hobby. But we enjoy bringing all these videos to you guys and appreciate you subscribing to us. I think we hit 1,000 yesterday.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This is a big milestone for us. Hopefully we'll continue to grow. And I know we're not the best at being getting the videos out every week, but we do everything we can. Our jobs and everything halt us, but that's what brings our income in.
Yeah.
Like we said, this is a hobby for us, and
Unfortunately, we're not Philip DeFranco yet. I wish.
yeah, it would be nice. Maybe someday.
Hey, look at there. I got all 4 speakers again.
Yeah.
And maybe one of these days, Blake will get his amp out of, I don't know where it's at in this garage, and we will show you how to install this amp completely on his bike.
Yeah, one of these days. I gotta come up with the money to get some more speakers and speaker pods for my lower fairings, and then we'll do a complete install on my bike. But I don't know, one of these days. Yeah, so basically the speaker wires on his amp came unplugged from the amp. So yeah, typical problem, everything vibrates loose. No big deal. It's not that hard to take the fairings off any of these bikes.
It is more of a pain in the ass rear end. It is more of a pain to do this bike than this bike, because when you put it back together, it took me a while to figure this out, but there's 3 fins right here. 1, 2, 3. And there's 3 fins on the outer part of this fairing that have to mesh together, or it wants to sit on the outside. And it's kind of a pain, but having this is worth it.
Yeah.
But see, this is what the towel is for, so you can set your fairing down.
Not scratching up that
Pretty
expensive
fender.
paint. And
Plus, you like scratches all over your motorcycle, then no judgments.
yeah,
So,
you know, we're supposed to keep them clean, but I'm failing miserably.
I'm not doing so hot either.
In case you don't already know, the speaker pods I was talking about right here for the lower fairings. I don't have my lower fairings on currently. Supposed to be getting them painted. We will see. But I just need to get some speakers for my lower fairings and those speaker pods. And then I will have everything I need to install my stereo. These are really cheap on Amazon. Don't buy them from anywhere else other than Amazon, because they're the exact same that they sell you at the stereo shops for like well over $100. And then, well, speakers can get expensive, so I think this pair he's got on his are really expensive. Well, really expensive in our eyes. How much was this set of speakers here?
$250.
And that's just for the 2. And I think that was discounted. What are these, Adam?
Those are Eclipse Audio.
Yeah, they're pretty loud. Up here, do you have anything, or are they just stock up?
Those are Kenwood shallow depth.
And what do those run?
I think 160.
So those aren't too bad. I'm just running cheap not Kenwood, Rockford Fosgate punches. They tend to blow pretty easily when you put a little power to them. I don't know. I don't know if I recommend going with Rockford's cheap ones. If you're gonna go with Rockford, spend some money. Adam, what speakers do you recommend?
For motorcycle, it would be either Falco, and I'm probably not saying that name right, or I think it's AND audio. Those Falco are going to run you $500 for two, and AND, if I remember, if that's the correct name, are going to run you probably pretty close to $500 for just two. But they're either brand of those, just two, are equally as loud as my 4 and clearer. So you definitely get what you pay for at the end.
Yeah, but his stereo, on my old bike I had, the 4 speakers, the 2 in my fairing and the 2 in my lowers. But this bike I just have yet to set it up. I actually lost a couple of wires that go to my amp, so that's what's been stalling me.
Those 2 wires we just put on.
Yeah, so.
Oh, and the power block.
Yeah, so I gotta contact Rockford and see about getting some new wires, and hopefully I don't lose them too. But yeah, he's getting this all buttoned up.
Look, I'm making Blake do work.
Son.
So as I said, it is a 13 millimeter. Best to do 2 hands, hold one hand pressing in on the turn signal and holding it, and then the other hand obviously doing the ratcheting. And then you may have this problem. I have put red Loctite on this once, as you can see right here, and it has decided that it doesn't want to hold again. So when this comes out, it's actually kind of a pain in the rear end to put back together. And while he's doing that, I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of this. When on your 13 and down, and I do not know about 15s and up for road glides, because there is no 14, but they gave you this insane amount of length of wire, and there's a little channel. Let me show you. There's a little channel right here, and it needs to just slide back up in there, and you just kind of nice and easy feed it back up in there. And once you get it in there, I'm sorry, try and do this one-handed. You get it in there, and then you can set your light in there and then push it in, and then don't push it in all the way, because you do not want, dang it, you don't want this. I don't know if this is showing. This might show now. This wire hanging down. So you want to make sure that that wire is pushed all the way up in there before you go tightening it down, because I've pinched that wire and had to pull everything apart and rewire everything once, because rookie mistakes or being in a hurry does not help anything.
Well, we got Adam's bike all figured out, and radio's back to working. Again, thank you very much for subscribing and supporting our channel. We got to 1,000. Hopefully soon we'll be getting to 2,000. Okay, we're a long ways away from there, but help us out. Have people subscribe. Click that like button. Comment below. Oh, also on Monday, I'm going to take the drone and I'm going to film a little bit because here in Kansas City we are in the path for the solar eclipse. So I'm going to take that up. Adam will be working, that guy. But
it's not a holiday.
yeah. I've mentioned him on the channel before, but Les from Redneck and a Hat, he'll be with me. He's going to be filming, and
we're going to show him what a real drone looks like.
Yeah. So we're going to take that up, and can't necessarily film the solar eclipse with the drone because, well, we don't have a filter for the camera. And we're going to see what we can filter with the other cameras to do that. And then send the drone up to film the ground, all the effects that's supposed to happen on the ground. Like, I don't know, there's supposed to be a whole bunch of kind of lights and stuff that I've been reading about. So
we'll see if the drone's camera picks it up.
Yeah. So Monday I'll have that video. This video, I'm not sure when it'll come out. Probably Sunday, I'm guessing. So thank you guys very much again.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.